The church bells ring and the organ hums. The choir swaying fill the void with voice. I am at the lookout. The sun rises and spreads a velvet softness over the lemon grove. The bell tower continues to sing. It must be a choir of monks. No, a choir of nuns. Monophonic, it is the elements that give the choir and the organ variation. The wind whips, the leaves fly skyward, swirl and fall. I am the oil figure in Matthew's paintings, complete with red coat and searching. I scour the burnt orange landscape for you. The bells ring. I cannot see you. But I am my mother, who is my grandmother, who is every woman who shared our name. Oceandius. Episcopi provides no definite line between sea and sky, no solid line between earth and heaven. Instead, the horizon merges with the landscape in a way that resonates with your ideas about the cross. But still I do not see you. Now that longing is everything that I am, everywhere that I look. Now that it belongs to my palms, my skin, my lips. Now that it remakes every dying, peeled part of me and rebuilds me as another woman. With every stroke of Matthew's brush, with every syllable of your book, every story I ever studied. I am embodied by brush, sound and word, and I speak to you as though you are with me. I speak your own words back to me. The symbol is not the symbolized. My eyes droop when I hear those words, as though hearing them makes me drowsy, my body loose. When Harriet arrives, I have not managed a word, but the vision has sunk itself into my flesh, so that I am ringing and writhing with energy. I let her in and notice how stunningly beautiful she looks. Lucy wags her tail and trots through to the kitchen, whilst we hug. I grip harder than ever and do not let go. Harriet holds me tightly. I can still hear the choir and the organ. My liver rattles. There is a fire igniting. She pushes me gently at the shoulders so that I am arm's length from her. She stares into my eyes and they are like bright azure pebbles. Grief sometimes creeps in before the event. I smile sadly. She thinks this is about my mother. I suddenly miss Arabella, for she is the beauty that reminds me to breathe. I breathe for her sake. I must get the house ready for Belle. Harriet nods and goes to sit at the butcher block stools. What's this playing? Hildegard von Bingen. Harriet raises her eyebrows. We stop to listen together. She's still alive, I take it. I nod. Lucy lifts her head and makes a whimpering sound. What did you do for a food bowl? I just used an old soup bowl. We had fun. I took her to Hyde Park. Oh dear, did she try and jump in the fountains? Yes. We smile. Lucy drops her chin to the floor. Goodness. What? I miss Belle so much. I love her so much. I suddenly have to breathe heavily and fast from my mouth and nose simultaneously, rushing air out so not to ventilate. A forest fire rages and trees fall. The leaves plan a century of funerals. Sorry, this isn't about your mother, is it? I suddenly shake, and not only my head. I want to fall to the floor in a heap, but I stand and I gasp for breath. Harriet does not come to me, but is a silent observer. She somehow hooks an invisible thread around me, and I am calm within the storm. When the high waves pass, I settle and speak gentle sentences that seem not to belong to me, until finally, what I want to say is seemingly scribed in space, etched to the wall of some ancient cave, carved from a fig tree woven in silk. I love him. I squeeze my face in as though I am drinking Grandma's bitter lemonade. The water that breaks, that falls, is salt water of the sea, then fresh rainwater. And we speak silently for a moment as my motion merges with the singing. I am a rocking nun swaying. Harriet's face appears like Constance, and I sing across the sea of Matthew's epic canvas. When she smiles, I see my mother, my grandmother, and every woman who ever shared my name, our name, Oceandius. I blamed him. She nods knowingly. I'm sorry. She shakes her head. I never said anything. I never told you. I knew what I was doing was wrong. I scrunch up my face and shake my head. I clear my throat and hear you say, we all choke on truth, and I cough. Harriet is a silent tower. She offers me a candlelit corridor to climb. She is a steeple in the sheep field, a quaver in the song that trills between us, that goes on playing when we have both gone. Conrad, you are the bass, plucking strings of eternity, the melody, the dance, it never ends. It starts in the middle of itself like Eastern classical music. It reaches and we do our best to fall in line with love. I lied to you. I didn't lie, I just withheld. The baby is a tiny deer to me, this tiny breathing fawn with a heart the shape and texture of a medieval woodcut. It throbs when I close my eyes and I hear their heartbeat. I hear their whispers, their vowel sounds. I shake my head. I said I was fine, but I am not fine. I am not fine, Harriet. I am not fine. I am not fine. I am not fine, Harriet. I am not fine. I am not fine. I am not fine. I shake and nod my head, searching for direction. I rock to the voice that sings words I do not understand but recognize as my own. I blamed him. I'm so sorry. Everything is okay. I cock my head in confusion. How is she witnessing me and not leaving? How does she remain a lighthouse, a rock, a mountain? The cave opens and I quiz the darkness that draws me in. My womb was warm for them. It cradled them in love and sound. They spoke the gentlest syllables of the soul, each sound a colour, a different note, a singing voice. Hebe, if you're trying to confess, you don't need to. I gasp and breathe fast in my chest, trying my best to be brave. You have nothing to confess. You are what you are. I failed. I have completely failed. No, I have. I love him. I love Belle. How could I do this to her? Let alone him. It's vile. We all do things. You're not a monster. She is here. I am still here. The words have not made her disappear. The feelings have not sent her away, have not repelled her. I still exist. I am not a monster. I am not banished, nor burnt at the stake. I didn't know how to swim. I was drowning. Harriet nods. I slept with a fish. I suck and purse my lips and almost smile. A little sound somewhere between a laugh and a breath. She laughs. I have no idea what you mean, but you look very cute. I shake my head and want to stamp my feet. I shake my head and see my mother and her grandmother and every woman who has ever shared our name, walking, looking, searching for someone in the lemon grove. I had sex with another man. Harriet nods. One of her nods is a definite nod to the left, as if to say, yep, as if to confirm something she already knew. But I am not filled with rage, but relief. I am not consumed by hate, but by love.